And we're back for another one.
This time to give our blunt opinion of Palia.
A life sim MMO recently released on Steam, which falls down a lot on the MMO part of its tag.
When is it that we get to actually co-op anything in this game?
That is a good question.
So what's there to like about it?
It's horrible here.
Welcome to the real world, kid.
Palia is a cute and very casual game at its core. Where's Badger? I want to grow some the plants for food or something. The entire idea behind it is that you have a relaxed gaming experience while ingratiating yourself with the townsfolk.
He wants us to call him Trouble.
Think I'll call you Gathering the stuff you need from around the map. A broken pillar. Could the thing be a broken pillar?
What are you looking for?
I don't know, Ashley. That's the point. And using that stuff to spruce up your home. Nice place he's got, huh? It's better than my tent.
It features a simple but cohesive, cartoony graphical style with some quite pretty areas.
Charming part of the country.
Despite a few exceptions.
Yeah, I gotta say the texture on the mountains around us looks fucking awful.
The world overall certainly presents its own ambiance.
I don't know what level of hell this one is.
Looks like quite a peaceful hell, if I'm honest. Your progress is measured separately for each skill, be it fishing, cooking, farming.
Can I ask where your eggs come from?
Hen's vagina.
All of it has uses to help you improve your home and relationships.
Obviously, building is a big part of the game. It's simple yet aesthetically pleasing despite having little in-game value.
I don't want to be living in a cardboard box. Don't want to be in a box.
No cardboard box would want to live in a cardboard box. Would you want to live in a human?
Palia presents you with a large quantity of potential decorations with which to make your home your own.
Mushroom Woods wallpaper. Why would I have that as wallpaper? We live in the goddamn forest.
There's a lot of freedom to place things how and where you want, so you can really make something of yourself.
The spirit has high hopes for what we can accomplish.
Oh, she's going to be real disappointed. Once you get around to meeting the townsfolk, you'll find some cutesy characters to befriend. You're very excited about this wallpaper, aren't you, Tish? That's adorable.
I'll see you around.
I think I found the village idiot, actually. Or eventually romance.
You have a very big hat.
Well, you're a very attractive bird.
Don't worry, this isn't Baldur's Gate. My son and I used to do it together all the time.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's all very child-friendly.
To stop people masturbating.
Without a doubt, Palia succeeds at its aimed tone, with no combat and no pressure.
I'm surprised he hasn't had a nervous breakdown by now, the amount of shit he has to put up with.
Really to do anything. There's a reason nearly every positive review of this game uses the word cozy when describing it.
I didn't have a choice in making this my home. I just materialized here. For all I know, you freaks are holding me hostage.
And no, that doesn't include us.
Those who do enjoy playing Palia seem to make up quite a chill, supportive community, though. There is some wonderful players to meet. Smealerino, the famous gigolo. Evil Block Betty, the guy with a girl's name. Lavender,
You know these
predictably
people?
likes purple. Escortino, who is not actually an escort. He's a whore. And a request system for begging materials from those you haven't. So I'll just claim that Palian bar that... Who was it again? I will remember your name always, I think I said last time. Sweetie Katie, thank you for the Palian bar that I randomly asked for just to work out how requests work. I appreciate it.
Co-op play is something we'll come back to later on.
And I didn't want to check it out without you because I needed a canary and a friend to help me explore.
But we will note here that for the most part, loot is separate so as to prevent squabbles over resources. And maintain Palia's relaxed atmosphere.
There's room for roleplay if that's your thing.
I wonder what's the story with the great big trippy frog.
Yeah, who would ever worship a great big trippy frog, Ashley?
I know, right?
Some kind of weird freak, huh? Don't visit. Though emotes are a little limited for a social game like this. What do you think, Biscuits? Huh? No, don't walk away from me. God damn it, no.
In general, it runs fairly well with few technical problems at least once you are past the initial login screen. And you certainly won't need a supercomputer to play it.
And the best news, Palia is free to play, so once you've tried it and found out firsthand about all the stuff we're going to talk about next, you can uninstall it without wasting any money.
Just a second, before we start talking about all the bad stuff,
Can't even drown myself to escape.
we should mention the apparently intended age group. Palia is extremely child-friendly.
You lucky bastard.
Which is good for parents, but as this extends to the game's difficulty, it's not so great for the rest of us.
What did you do with all that Russian drug money?
That we don't talk about that, actually. You know, no one's supposed to know about that.
Puzzles and challenges you find provide no sense of accomplishment for mature adults because they're far too easy.
Oh dear, there's a puzzle you need to do, Franco. You're going to be okay.
Oh no. I hate puzzles, actually.
You are basically given the answers.
That was
It
the
would be
easiest one of those
really
fucking
nice.
puzzles I've ever done in my life. Like colouring in books again.
Ah, you used to really love those.
I really did. So now it's time to start shouting obscenities like rabid psychopaths.
You fucking bastard!
And brace yourselves,
Here we go.
because it's going to be a long one.
For a game where you spend a huge portion of your time either running from place to place or exploring, Palia struggles with player movement in a few ways. As we alluded to earlier, there is no swimming. Instead, you'll run into the water before being teleported back to shore, surrounded by an aura of half-finishedness.
Climbing is also pretty janky, sometimes because of poor level design. Okay game, this really sucks. And sometimes just cause. What is a damn good thing there's no full damage in the game.
Just fucking behave.
As you unintentionally hit the ground for the 100th time, accompanying your cries of anguish, the music, which is barely there and pretty ignorable. Much as it may fit Palia's tone, it fails to make any impact at all on the player, and it's not like it's impossible to make peaceful music good and memorable.
Still, the gameplay is more important anyway, right? Shame. Because it's shallow and repetitive. You level each skill separately, but for the most part this means just running around the map doing the exact same thing. Chop a tree, throw a smoke bomb, grill a mushroom. I know we do these things in other games, but in Palia's case, it's the entire game loop. And I'll make grilled mushrooms, apparently the only thing I know how to grill.
Which is totally a lie.
Yeah, I've grilled suspects tons of times.
Exactly.
Both metaphorically and physically.
This MMO doesn't just have gathering quests, the entire thing is a gathering quest.
Leading me on. The brazen hussy.
And a pretty shallow one at that. The depth and complexity one would hope for in a game focused entirely on skills just isn't there.
You're quite forthright, aren't you? In your demands.
Nearly everything you do is a single action, and the only real development you make in any skill is learning how to make better tools, which reduce how much you need to even do that further.
The rest of what you do, i.e. quests and building, don't offer the greatest stimulation either.
You go and see Kenley, and he's going to tell you about his lost sandwich.
Exciting stuff. Much as the quests start off as you would expect, you'll quickly find that the majority of them are locked behind the approval of the townsfolk, which is improved largely by giving them time-gated gifts.
I guess maybe because I've given Zeki something this week already, but I can't give him the silk he was after.
Oh no, you've given me too much this week.
Because
I know
you
I
told me
asked you
that's
for it, but...
Hmm.
And that many of them have a painfully common theme. I need to build relationship, which pretty much means waiting another day in real time for everyone's, like, gift things to reset. In fact, those might be weekly. I've got to wait till 6 PM to 12 AM sometime to go to the party. I've got to wait until I'm high skilled enough to make the materials for the investigator like stuff. So basically my quests are wait, and wait, while the building is mostly comprised of prefab units and thus offers less room for creativity than even Fallout 4's much lamented settlement system. This one going so far as to put hard caps on your number of farm plots.
Speaking of that misused MMO tag,
Have they not said that this is an MMO?
Yes.
So what really is about it?
Yeah, I'm waiting to see.
despite their community blurb, Palia is so far from being a real MMO that the devs had to put out a statement explaining their own definition of the term.
I even feel that calling this game co-op is a stretch.
Yeah. Like, you can argue that you can play it co-op, but there's literally not a single mechanic in the game that we've seen so far that encourages... Shut up, Tish!
Because apparently when you fail to provide something, the easiest way to wriggle out of it is to attempt to convince your players that they got it wrong.
Yeah, I'm not really 100% sure what the point of this game being multiplayer is.
Yeah.
Because
I've got to agree so
Yeah.
far. Like, so far, this is basically a single-player game where you happen to run past other players. For our channel, which focuses specifically on games that we and you can play together, this really is a huge disappointment, especially to welcoming friendly players like us. Ah, Beth is sadness.
Like,
Poor
okay.
Beth. Don't walk away from me, Beth. I'm gonna say hey, and then I'm gonna run away because I don't really care. Or I would if I hadn't got stuck in the goddamn chat menu. If you were also hoping for a game that you can play and enjoy as a duo, we promise you, this isn't it. Ah, Sadness Beth was going back to her sadness home. To herself.
Wow, that got dark.
Yes, it did. This is coexistence, not cooperation.
Much as that was enough to form our opinion of Palia,
T-W-A-T. Twat!
We've got more.
It's broken.
the townsfolk.
Who are you?
Palia is supposed to have a heavy social aspect.
What's her face? The love of my life. What's her name again?
Exactly.
Yeah, her.
We've already explained why that's not going to happen between players, so what about the NPCs?
It's not quite that you can count the townsfolk on one hand, but you can on two.
Yeah.
Like, it's, you know, or pretty much. It's about that many. You might need a couple of toes.
And some of them can be pretty hard to like,
You know, Chef and I don't get on.
who sadly you cannot treat as you wish. Because this game assumes you'll want to get on with everyone.
He hit his head on a frying pan 17 times.
The few that do provide any degree of entertainment are quickly counterbalanced when you're forced to talk to this guy.
God, he makes up puns.
Ugh.
Oh, I see you're hailing it a day for now.
I hate you, Badru. Go die. Romaine Karam, there's no...
Oh God.
I've still got some of that whiskey, Ashley. It's fine.
Oh,
I can
God.
cope. I can cope.
Yeah,
I don't have
Nio
to
is
kill him.
now
I don't have
asleep.
to kill him right now.
If he harvests wheat for too long all day, he gets a bad head, and he calls them migraine headaches.
Excuse me 1 second, Ashley. Oh my fucking god! Gameplay in Palia is also slow. Artificially slow, in fact, as it isn't just the quests that want you to wait. Placed your first house? Why did I even make this house foundation? I don't know shit about making a house, apparently. Great, now wait 8 hours instead of interacting with it in any way. Want to ingratiate yourself with one of the characters? Yes, I do fucking mind if you call me Fancy Pantareth. Just punch in the mouth. Okay, then you're gonna lose some teeth. Wait until they'll accept another gift. Need advanced materials? Fuck you. Wait for some to spawn. The whole game seems desperate to drag things out and not let you progress too quickly.
Right, so him also, I can't give him the stupid chakra tail thing.
You've been too productive. The game doesn't want you to do that.
And all that is assuming it even works as intended.
I've been trying to rouse you with this hammer.
Over our time in Palia, we've had several crashes, in some cases just because an NPC got bored and walked away, or we missed the right spot while fishing. There have also been plenty of disconnects.
What are you up to, Ashley?
Drinking.
Oh. So you've given up on the game, basically, huh?
Game gave up on me, it kicked me out.
Not that those made much difference to how we were playing this allegedly multiplayer game anyway.
I love how we're currently not even on the same server and it barely matters. It's no different to how we were playing when we were. At one point, after a certain incident... I logged out of the game to regain some sanity. And when I came back, found that I'd been kicked out of the quest area, given no direction on how to return to it, and had certain hand-ins I already did reset, which broke my game, because I couldn't go back and pick up the items again.
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm having palpitations. Oh, fuck.
Oh wow, your ears are really red. Your ears are so
I think give me
red.
some booze. Whiskey. I need whiskey.
I mean, there's more we could rail on, like the dodgy hitboxes.
The shoot 'em in the neck tactic isn't quite as reliable as it used to be, actually. Seriously, what is the hitbox on these things' heads?
Lack of alts.
Sorry to hear
Another
that.
world, still Frank. here.
Yeah.
etc.
But don't you worry, it's terminal.
But to sum up, Palia is bare bones. It's basically half a game. The most boring half of a typical survival game, to be more specific. Or a crappier version of My Time at Portia, with poorly supported multiplayer slapped on as an afterthought. Except in this one, you can spend £14 to dress up as a hot dog.
And all of this might go some way to explaining why Palia already seems kind of quiet in terms of players.
Sort of implying that we run the kind of hotel where nobody wants to stay.
Hopefully with time and some effort from the devs, Palia will get better.
I'm so bored.
Me too.
But considering the rift between the quality and quantity of content compared to the cash shop, we have a feeling it will remain disappointing.
Ashley, I have such a tale to tell you.
Oh, wow. It's been a day, hasn't it, Frank?
It really has.
You know, if only we could do all of this exploring together.
That'd be crazy, Ashley. If only there was some point to doing this together in this game.
Yeah, I know.
I agree.
I know.
I
Yeah,
agree. I agree a lot. I very much agree. Except for the things, Ashley, that I've been emoting too much. There's a cooldown on emoting.
Yeah.
The things I don't agree with. But well done to the devs for making a shit attempt at an MMO, eh? Yeah. Give them a round of applause, everybody. An MMO with basically no impetus to play multiplayer.